Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So huge news coming out of the Daily Wire once again. This time it's Jeremy Boring, the co-CEO, has decided to step down from his position as co-CEO. There were three, now there's only two. So Ben and Jeremy were the ones that did the majority of the talking, the PR. They were, most upfront. And the other guy, I have no idea who he is. He's more like behind the scenes, I think. So now it's only Ben and this other guy. And obviously, the usual suspects jumped on this piece of news and ran with it. Speculations. I'm not going to do any of that sort of stuff. That's what people do. They speculate, they make assumptions, and they jump the gun. They don't really know the ins and outs of what's going on with the Daily Wire. They did the exact same thing with Brett Cooper, and I did the exact same thing with Brett Cooper because to me, there was a lot more information that I was seeing that just seemed like it was sus. So, yeah, I made my assumptions that was going on with Brett Cooper being put under an NDA by the looks of things and the hostage negotiation kind of video. Whether or not Brett decided to leave on her own terms, I don't know. But her reaction to this just proves that what I was saying, what so many other people were saying, might have been actually true because her reaction to Jeremy Boring stepping down from his role, even though Brett Cooper in a video said, we're going to hear from the God King himself. So it just seems like it's really interesting to me is why would you call Jeremy Boring the God King and act all happy? And then when he leaves, oh, by the way, she unfollowed him and all that other stuff on social media. So a bunch of people online can do all the sleuthing they want. But then you decide to do this kind of reaction, a very smug and petty reaction to Jeremy Boring's departure from the Daily Wire. The thing is, the Daily Wire, I'm not a huge fan of as a company. I'm a fan of Matt Walsh and Michael Knowles. I won't watch all of their stuff. I'll watch things that I'm actually interested in. For the most part, I won't watch anyone else. I don't care about anyone else. And ever since the drama surrounding Candace Owens and Brett Cooper, it just got to me that working for the Daily Wire may not exactly be the most pleasant. I don't know. Maybe it is a very pleasant thing and they just got very spiteful. Money got in the way. That's what happens when you run a multi-million-dollar organization, especially in the conservative space. It is a company. It is a business, and they're running it as a business. And especially when you've got three co-CEOs, I don't think that's necessarily a fantastic idea, especially if you disagree, not just politically, but on religion. You've got, I think two of them are Christians. I don't know about the guy behind the scenes, but I think Jeremy claims to be a Christian. You got Ben that's Jewish. You've got the Bible saying don't be unequally yoked with unbelievers. That wasn't just talking about non-Christians, but it's talking about those that don't align with what the Bible teaches. And that usually includes, Ben being Jewish, not agreeing entirely on what Jeremy believes in. I don't know. That's all speculation. That's all my opinion. But this kind of stuff can go on in companies. Like there is a lot of tension sometimes in companies. And if you're dealing with stars and they've got lots of followers now, they're on the rise and they want more money, obviously contractual negotiations and things like that can be rather brutal. Now, Jeremy has said that he wants to have a new chapter. Fair enough. All credit to you. I'm wishing you all the best, Jeremy Boring. I really am. I hope that for the sake of peace and like conservatives not necessarily trying to get rid of other, if you even want to call them conservative platforms, I think it's a bad thing to want to try and destroy a organization that is sharing, for the most part, the truth. I'm not saying that they do that all the time. I'm saying you've got people like Matt Walsh and Michael Knowles that people really do like to hear from. But I want to focus primarily on the reaction from Brett Cooper and Candace Owens because both of these two ladies decided to jump on this bandwagon. And, well, it wasn't exactly, let's just say, very Christian of them to do this. But anyway, so Brett Cooper released this photo of, I think it's Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon, whichever one it is. Don't really care, of a very smug face. And Britta goes, this just makes them both look smug and petty. And obviously Britta got completely attacked in the comment section by many of Candace's followers, and even Candace herself says, leave her alone. You know nothing. Clearly, Britta knows absolutely nothing, and neither does Candace Owens by the looks of things. So that's a little bit of drama for you even more. George goes, Jeremy Boring has resigned as CEO of the Daily Wire, the co-CEO. The company has rapidly declined since losing Candace Owens and Brett Cooper. Maybe the new leadership will stop censoring hosts if they disagree with Ben Shapiro. I actually used to be a subscriber, but you couldn't pay me to consume anything they produce unless it's by Matt Walsh. I'm in a similar frame of mind with that. Like I wanted to talk to, and it was actually scheduled, but then the day of, literally it was canned within like an hour of me supposed to be speaking with Andrew Clavin, the whole drama surrounding that. That's just like, it's insane. And Andrew Clavin isn't their number one star, believe it or not. Like it's poor practice, poor behavior. But I don't think that's the reason why Jeremy Boring decided to step down. Things like it's control or power, contractual negotiations, that sort of thing. And lots of people obviously were commenting on Britta's post after Candace Owens went after Britta. It was, dude, you think Jews control everything? Sit down. Yeah, literally, she thinks that Jews control everything, but she won't like talk about her friend Kanye West, who is being very anti-Semitic at the moment. He's got the Nazi symbol everywhere. It's his like propaganda machine in full swing. It's clear she won't comment on that, but she's more than happy to comment on everything else, but can't be a Judas, according to her. Right. Okay. That's interesting. The other person goes, leave her alone? ? Britta is just asking questions about Brett's public comment on a social media website. You've gone batshit crazy. Yeah, I would have to agree with you. It seems like Candace and Brett are like, Candace may be grooming Brett to be like very similar or close. Who knows? Just seems that way, in my personal opinion, from what I've been seeing. And I happen to like Brett. I happen to like it. I think she's a good commentator. But yeah, if I had any respect left for Brett Cooper, it's gone now after her public post or statement. Like, thing is, why do people do this sort of stuff after someone has actually resigned from their position? Like, it's just, it's not a good look for you. Like, you're celebrating really, or you're showing everybody just how petty and like crazy you are. It's not the good look that you may think it is. Anyway, this is an interesting take. Kayla, I think, Graham, the replies I'm getting to this response to Brett Cooper make it clear that none of these people are OG Brett fans. Most of the OG fans I know are relatively kind, but now she has a wave of groypers and red pillars following her just because of something with Jeremy, which they interpreted as beef with the Daily Wire as a whole. But based on her own reply, she has no issue with Ben. And as for whatever happened with Jeremy, we have no real information. It's sad to see her once relatively kind fan base turning into this. Yeah, well, it does seem very interesting to me. Now, James Lindsay, finishing on this, goes, you may not recognize it for what it is, but this is a struggle session against Matt Walsh to start trying to lever him out of the Daily Wire. The woke right are showing their hand again. They're far less subtle than their buddies on the left. It is all interesting, isn't it? I guess we'll have to wait and see. I won't make any comment at the moment until I know further. And the thing is, we may not even know anything further. So anyway, I hope that Jeremy Boring and his new chapter goes really well, because what the Daily Wire used to be was fantastic until money, power, greed, who knows? Maybe all all of them got in the way and, well, just plunged the company to the ground. Anyway, that's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.